What happens when a company takes a device that everyone is used to using and is very common, and shrinks it down? Today, guys, we're going to take a look at this completely ridiculously tiny controller. This little thing is amazing. It definitely can do a lot of good stuff for transferability. You can put it in your pocket. You can hook it up to your Xbox. You can hook up to your Android phone. And we're going to do a little testing with this little guy. This is a tiny controller. It is a Bluetooth-based controller, but it's one that is actually not too bad. The D-pad on here is surprisingly good. So we're going to hop right into this and see what this thing looks like when we get right here. You guys ready to take a trip? Let's go, deadheads! Dog the Bounty Hunter here. Guys, I need help. Have you seen this fugitive? He is wanted for trafficking mushrooms. We need to find him immediately. He is a dangerous criminal. Deadheads, it's a good thing I'm not a bounty hunter. Anyways, welcome back to our channel. Or welcome for the first time, new deadheads. So anyways, let's hop into this and let's get going with this review. Are you guys ready? Let's go. So, this is the Linyuvo, I think that's how you say it, Linyuvo tiny controller. This is a key linker. So this is the NT204P. I think it may have a different model number. We'll have to look when we get into the manual. But this thing is tiny, guys. I don't know if you can tell how tiny it is, but for reference here, we have a remote control for the TV. So it's smaller than that. We'll put it up next to the mouse. It's smaller than the mouse, guys. This is a ridiculously tiny device. This was sent to us from Amazon.com for review. They have not seen this review ahead of time and will not. This is my own opinion. So guys, let's take a look at this and see if this is any value. There is a note here about Anki usage guidelines. Directly search for how to use a controller with Anki to find relevant setup tips. So you can use this on your Mac, your Windows, or your iOS or Android. So I have used this on Windows and on Android. I do not have a Mac or an iPhone, so I haven't used it on either one of those. So anyways, that's the box. Inside the box, we do get a USB-A to C cable. Actually, this is, yeah, C cable, so USB-A to C. We also get our instruction manual, and this, I think, shows the model number here. Let's see. It is a YS54 joystick, so that's the model number here of this. And here's a little overview of this thing. You can take a screenshot. That's useful, I guess. Direction key, X, Y, A, B. And you have little combinations here. Now there is connection mode constructions. So you might want to save this or take a screenshot, because like with a lot of these, it uses somewhat of a standard connection system. A lot of these will use these combination keys, but it's always handy to have this. So here's this right here, guys. If you lose it and you want to come back to this video for reference, there you go. Here's the different keyboard combinations, controller combinations to get it to connect. It does have automatic sleep, battery status, and it has lighting control, guys. So it's really cool. This thing looks really nice when it's lit up. And then here's your function switching. So let's take a look at this little hand controller. This thing is so tiny, and I know Crystal is cozy. You mentioned, you know, first of all, it's pink, so I think you like that. Pink with white looks pretty good. This thing is just tiny. It has a little lanyard right here, which is really cool with matching color. This thing is super pocketable. You could put it on a keychain, keep it with you. You could always have a controller at hand, so that's pretty cool. They're really smart here to use this sort of D-pad. I don't know if you can hear that. Pretty clicky D-pad, so pretty good. It's not bad at all. In fact, if we compare it to something like the Pixel, It's actually, you know, about the same size. Actually, these buttons are bigger than the Pixel's buttons. So it's actually, the D-pad is just, it's actually good, guys. I really like this. These little buttons are tiny. They're really tiny, especially that one right there, which is just ridiculously tiny. But it is not bad. It does have the two shoulder buttons up here, the R and L. So you're not going to use this on something like a PS2 game or a modern PC game. You don't have any analog sticks or anything. So really this is perfect for like our channel for retro gaming. You do some Game Boy, you do some, you know, Game Gear, maybe some Super Nintendo. This is just going to be really nice. Nothing on the back here. There's the lanyard hole. And again, it just has this nice texture and feel to it. When you press the, I think it's this button, one of these buttons, to get it to turn on, there we go, and now you have some lighting effects here, and the lighting effects are pretty cool. I think I gotta admit that I really like the lighting effects, and you can cycle through different lighting effects pretty easily right there. You can change the color just by hitting that button, and so you can get a bunch of different colors or a rainbow. You can get it to breathe, you can get it to just be solid. I think you can turn it off. So that's really kind of nice. This thing looks pretty good as far as aesthetics go. There's your USB-C charging hole, so it does have a standard USB-C. And yeah, this is pretty much this. So, you know, let's get this thing fired up and let's play some games with it, guys. So we have this fired up here on our Galaxy Z Fold 5 and RetroArch, and it is, again, connected through Bluetooth. And RetroArch picked it up pretty quickly once I had it connected in my Bluetooth, so not too hard to set up. Again, this thing is just ridiculously tiny, but we can certainly go in and we can get some games started here, and we can just show a little bit of gameplay here running. So again, this isn't gonna, you're not going to want to use this on anything that is totally going to be having sticks or analog sticks, but it's a fun little device here. And it's pretty responsive. Again, I feel like I have good enough control over it. I don't feel like there's any issue with the control. Oops, except I'm not very good at playing this while trying to film. But certainly do find it to have a good D-pad. Again, this D-pad, I like that they went with the big pad, the rounded pad here. It makes it for good and responsive. Doesn't seem to be a lot of input lag. Of course, you're not going to use this for anything that would be competitive anyways, but certainly for the kind of gaming that this is aimed at with retro gaming, it's really good. It really does have good little buttons. I gotta say, this is very niche and not really going to be for most people, but you know, if you want something that is really compact and easy to travel with and easy to use, then yeah, this guy is pretty good. I mean, I gotta say, I know that 8BitDo sells some mini controllers. This thing I think is just kind of like the most smallest one I think I've seen, so certainly impressed with that. Well, guys, I'm going to say, you know, if this is a product that you think you would like, if you're okay with the size, this is a good product. I do got to say that as far as what it's showing from its capability, that I do think that it's a quality product. I do think that it is well made. I think it's got some really nice highlights to it, some design language. And again, as long as you understand the size limitations, I think this is a good product. So guys, wanted to thank you guys for helping us grow. We have now become an actual YouTube partner. So thank you guys for that. We just got approved. So we're going to continue to use any investment in the channel to grow it. And please leave us some comments and feedback, guys. We got a bunch of more exciting stuff coming up here soon, and look forward to more growth with you guys. Again, give me some more feedback. We're changing up the format a little bit, trying different things. Just let me know what you're thinking. Anyways, this has been another review of a product provided to us by Amazon.com. Again, thank them for providing this. The Linyuvo Super Mini tiny nano controller. Anyways, guys, we'll see you next time.